Hey guys, Muffin's hogging up the camera right now. He's enjoying getting his head scratched. Today is going to be our second Monday with Muffin, and it's a time for us to be able to just talk about a little bit about grief. Muffin's having a great day today. He got to go in the office. He got to bark at squirrels. He got to bark at chipmunks. He got to play outside, and he got some snacks today. So Muffin's having a pretty excellent day. He's pretty content all day today, and he's content right now just to sit here and be happy with me. One of the things that I love about Muffin is that he is a memory machine. Tiffany got him right after her dad passed away, and we have a lot of great memories. Muffin has traveled hundreds of miles, thousands of miles in a car, and he creates just a lot of joy in our home. But I remember after Tiffany passed away how difficult it was to relate grief with the dog, which might sound unusual. We actually took him to the funeral home for him to be able to view Tiffany's body, because after Tiffany passed away, he would just want to sit on the chair where Tiffany would sit at, and he would just stay there, and he would be all mopey and sad. But Muffin is a memory machine, because I have a lot of really great memories with Tiffany and Muffin. But so I want to talk a little about memories today. Memories are a two-edged sword for a person that's grieving. When you lose somebody, emotions become complicated, and emotions shouldn't be complicated. But one memory can make you smile at 1 minute, make you laugh, make you have just tremendous great joy, and at other times it could almost make you hurt in a way that is debilitating. It's almost painful. And memories, like, I can understand how like harmful, sad memories can cause that kind of reaction. But when you're grieving, the happiest, most wonderful memories can be painful. They can be heavy from times to times. But you know, for me, I know after Tiffany passed away, memories were difficult, because as you look at a picture, you look at home decor, or you would look at even just Muffin, you know, those things were difficult. And there's almost a temptation with a grieving person to push those memories away, because those memories are a reminder of the person that you loved and that you lost, and a person that you won't be spending time with on planet Earth anymore. And it's hard, because as much as you love those memories and are grateful for the memories of the past, at the same time, it's a reminder of the absence of that person, that their presence is missing. But, you know, over time, God did a unique healing in my heart, as he does with a lot of the men that I've been talking with, to see how I view memories. One of the men that I've been conversing with, he gave me a quote. He's like, "Matt, it almost feels like memories are an enemy from time to time." And I get that. Like, it was once a great friend, your memory, but now it's a little bit of an enemy. But I want to remind the grieving people, and then you just in general that are listening, even if you're not grieving, that memories are a tremendous, great gift. They're a reminder that love was real, that life was shared, and that God gave us something beautiful for a season. And the seasons might not be as long as what we wanted them to be. Like for Tiffany and I would have never envisioned, you know, a 14-year marriage. I would have envisioned, you know, like a 40, 50, 60-year marriage. And I remember feeling like I felt like I was robbed of the years that I didn't get. But instead, as times went on, I stopped focusing on the years that I didn't get, and I started treasuring the years that I did get. I started saying, "God, thank you for 14 years, because not everybody gets 14 years of time." And I became thankful for those 14 years that God gave me with Tiffany. The Bible actually encourages us to remember. In Psalm 77 verse 11, it says, "I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago." And remembering is something that God created as a gift to you and I as humans, as people. God knows all things. He's sovereign. So whenever he created Adam and Eve, he created them knowing that it was going to be a broken world, and knowing that as they would look back into the past, that there were going to be bad memories, that there were going to be sad things in their life that they wish they could forget. And yet God kept that ability for people to remember there. And the question might be, how in the world, or why in the world would God do that? And I think the reason why is because those memories help us to hold on to the goodness that he's given us and how faithful that he's been. So even though memories can bring tears, they can also bring away, they can also be one of the ways that God comforts us through that. Like sometimes whenever I cry, my tears are not always sad. Sometimes those tears are also healing at the same time. Sometimes the healing begins when we stop fighting the memories. And one of the encouragement that I get with the men that I talk to is I tell them, tell me about your favorite anniversary, tell me about your favorite date, or tell me about your wife's birthday or a Christmas memory, or tell me like a joke that she would like to tell. And every time that man contemplates that, and sometimes he hasn't thought about those things in a long time, is he would just have this radiant smile on his face. Because as we talk about memories, it opens up a chapter of joy into his life. I can tell you some of the corny jokes that Tiffany would tell me. I know the sound of her voice. I know the sound of her laughter. I could tell you vacations and moments that were difficult and struggles. We could tell you all kinds of memories that we would have. But there's a certain healing as you embrace hard memories of what God's done. Embracing them by the fact of saying, God, I'm so thankful for what you gave me. So those memories to me remind me that love doesn't disappear just because that person's gone. Because no one could take away those memories. Those memories are irreplaceable. The person that we loved is irreplaceable. So if a memory comes to your mind today, maybe it's something that makes you laugh, or maybe it's something that brings tears. Don't view those memories as an enemy. And I'm really kind of embracing that as I talk with these men, to view those memories as a gift, because you were given those things by a Father in heaven who is loving and kind, and who walked with you through, and still does walk with you through the darkest night of your soul. So I want you to see as a reminder of a gift that God allowed you to experience. I didn't like having to walk Tiffany through the 10-month cancer journey because it was overwhelmingly heavy. But at the same time, I wouldn't trade that memory for anything in the world, because it was a chance for me to love Tiffany in a way that I otherwise would not have been able to, in a way that most husbands will never get a chance to love their wife. So I want you to think of memories in the past. Think of maybe maybe we're talking spousal loss. Maybe we're talking loss of a child, loss of a parent, loss of a grandparent, whatever your grief looks like, whatever shape or size it may be. I want you to think of a memory right now that's precious to you. Maybe it's the smell of a meal that was cooked, a sound that was there, a car ride, a vacation, whatever your memory is. Embrace that memory and treasure it. And don't let that memory become an enemy from your life, because that memory is such a gift that God's given you. So even though grief is real, it does exist. I'm not going to tell you that grief is non-existent. I will tell you that it does indeed exist. But I also want to tell you, equally so, love exists. And those two things are not contrary to one another. They're complementary to one another. You grieve because you love somebody, and because you choose to love somebody, there is an opportunity in your future that you might be grieving that person. So for Muffin and I today, let me get him back up here. Come here, Muffin. Here he is. So for Muffin and I, we hope you guys have a great Monday. I hope you have the greatest memories of the person that you were able to spend your life with, from your parents to your grandparents to your children to grandchildren. I don't know how you're experiencing your grief, but I want you to embrace the beautiful memories that God has given you. And may they remind you how blessed you were to have somebody that you love in such a unique way. So for Muffin and I want you to remember this. Even in grief, God's still writing good things in your story. And we're going to get a chance to see you in a few more Mondays. But keep remembering, keep looking to the Lord, and keep looking for you and I to heal together as we look to God, who is a kind, loving, sweet Father. God bless you guys. Hopefully you have a great day. Praying for you. Have a good night. God bless you.